Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues 3.0. We are currently playing as the Alamo chapter, though I do think that that might have been a bit of a mistake. Looking through more of the national focus tree, it doesn't seem to have quite the focus on some aggression that I was hoping for. I don't really care about some of these expeditions, they don't seem to matter too much, and I mean, yeah, these guys will lead to an absolute ton of research. Like, we'll become extremely technologically proficient, but we don't get a lot of the flavor that I think we were going to have with the Texan Brotherhood. So we're going to swap back over to them. I'm going to reload and play roughly back up to this point, and we'll go ahead and continue playing with these guys, but at least now we have some idea of what the Alamo chapter looks like in this latest update. By the way, for those who are wondering about the settler robots over here, I figured out what this is. If we go down to research, we can look at those tech folders over here, and that's actually the name of settler robotics tech down over here. So it's not a specific type of robot, but it would unlock all of the civilized robots tree. If you want to use robots, great. I don't think that I would really care about it. I've got power armor, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and reload to where we were with the Texan Brotherhood before and play up to this point, but I will show you all the national focuses we are going to do in the meantime. I have a weird question. I'm looking at these little guys over here called Carbon that's getting murdered by Shale's army led by Mayor Jasmine. What kind of a flag is this? Is that a sausage going through a donut? Maybe I don't want to know. Okay, we've reached the breaking point once again, so we are going to have the torn leadership, and there goes the Alamo chapter right down over there, and it looks like my navy has to move, but otherwise we are exactly the same as we were before. Okay. Now, this does mean we're never going to become quite as technologically proficient as some of these other folks have been, but I don't know, maybe the extra production will make up for it in the end? Maybe? I don't really know. We're probably going to end up getting some sort... Oh, let's go ahead and aid Lone Star as well, by the way. Make sure that they're stronger. We're probably going to end up getting some sort of pop-up soon, demanding Richmond. And I would like to say no to that, but it depends very strongly on what my options actually are. Because I don't see any good reason to lose, you know, a single civilian factory and that manpower. Right? Seems like a terrible deal for me, but I mean, been wrong before, we'll see. Sure looks like the Hand Warband is doing better than it was before. Uh-oh. I'm a little bit concerned that the Lone Star is going to die. In which case, restarting like this is going to have yet another weird divergent historical path. We'll find out what happens. I'm sure it's going to be fine. In the meantime, I'm still working towards some sort of forced unification of Texas, as I want to be stronger and I want some factories, dang it. Give me all the factories! Okay, we have forged the deal. That gets me the extra base stability. We can now work toward the Grand Boogaloo. Maybe that's what made them actually, like, declare war on me last time. Why can't I do this? I have to do the Carthaginian question. This is kind of weird in that it's sort of out of order. We can do Rumble with the Rollerbladers. Weird. And we can do the Carthaginian question, which is further down the route, which lets me then jump up over to these areas. Little weird, but let's go for the Grand Boogaloo and see what happens with the Assassin City. Richmond, the Powder Keg. We should accept their offer. Blood amongst brethren must be prevented. We would get consumer goods factories. So, sorry, they would gain that. We would lose consumer gain factories, okay, for a year. Or fortify it. It becomes a core. No. It sounds... They lose manpower, I lose more manpower. They become the controller and owner anyway. If I'm going to lose it regardless, then why not just accept the offer and enjoy the consumer goods? That's what I'm reading out of this. It sounds like this is something I'm going to lose anyway, and they get stronger for it regardless. Well, I say that. Then again, they didn't have a lot of manpower to begin with. Losing 1,500 manpower for myself in order to reduce theirs by 500 kind of ensures that they're not going to be able to do anything, but I could use my manpower to train far more units than they can, so I think I have to accept the offer, weird though it is. Now we at least actually have a meaningful number of civilian factories again. That's something, and I'll use that extra manpower that I've got in order to train far more troops than they can, and maybe we can actually use that to beat the snot out of them. I don't know. Excuse me. I am going to pick up a chief of the army here just in case we are going to war, and this guy seems to be the best. I mean, you could have just generic offense and defense, but I can have both. for the same cost, so I might as well. Then there's also the Hot-Blooded Commander, which is the Alamo chapter, which I don't have. And then we have Texas Veteran, less attack and defense, but you do get some recovery rate. Debatably, the recovery rate could actually be really good. I don't know, but I think I'll just take the straight-up numbers. Just make everybody a little bit stronger. I think that'll end up being just fine and dandy. Thank you very much. We're sitting on about 27 units at the moment, which is not half bad, considering. Let's see what's going to happen with the Grand Boogaloo question mark. By the way, notice that there are no more intellectuals in the nation. They all left to form the Alamo chapter, so we actually have a little bit better control than we did before. This looks like something straight out of Mad Max. It seems that while our high command was very busy planning the invasion and subsequent pacification of the Roller Girls and their territory, Mr. Entertainment quite simply walked up to their capital and talked to them. While he walked out just as quickly, upon interrogation, he told us he wanted to broker a deal between us and the Roller Girls, but sadly it seems that fell through. If even Mr. Entertainment's charisma cannot bring reason to those raiders, they are truly even more vile than we thought. Well, gentlemen, reunion in the war room at 15? Okay, so they have claims to use against me now. So we failed in that technically. Okay, and now we can work on the Carthaginian question. How strong do we think the Carthaginians are? Not strong, so we should easily be able to take them down. Now, last time, the Roller Girls, I guess, whoever they're called. Yeah, they're actually on rollerblades. Frickin' heck. Declared war on the Texan Brotherhood, so maybe they will do that again. It certainly looks like they are mobilizing some troops toward their front border, and those are actually rollerblade symbols. What kind of special units do they get? I want it. That sounds amazing. Anyway. So we'll see if they declare war on me, but if not, we'll get to go to war with Carthaginians. See what happens there. I really wanted to declare war on them. You know, it would be nice. It's too bad you decided to make sure that they had the war goal on me instead of the other way around. That would have been preferable. Oh, well. All right, so the Lone Star did lose. We now host their government in exile. Their legitimacy is 0. Well, now. So that's going to change the equation a little bit, ain't it? So if the Lone Star doesn't exist, like, these things aren't going to be options, are they? Unless the Hand Warband decides to rekindle the Union. Which they probably won't. We might be able to do this now. Political power, to hell with Texas. Our future Fortress Brotherhood, Bunker Blues, then Old World Blues, change up all of our laws. Leave the faction and basically go back to becoming a super brotherhood. I mean... okay, yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens out of that. I have no idea if this is good or bad for me. It's probably not good, but we're gonna find out. I'm sure it's fine, I'm sure it's fine. So, Assassin City, you want to attack me? Yes, they did! Hey! Timing! It's a beautiful thing. Everyone, kill the rollerblades! Alright, so we're using our little bit of motorized to try crossing a river. Oh, I need to call you in. Hang on. Call into war. Yes, thank you. Okay, now kill them all! Haha! Volunteers from Austin. Keats, feeling that we were in need, has sent us a volunteer general. They are willing to take orders to help us on the front lines. Gain command power and experience. Alright, is he like a really good general or something? No, he sucks! Well, don't waste my time, you stupid mutants. I hope you lose your war. Not really. I don't know what I feel about them yet. Maybe I care, maybe I don't. Either way, the important thing is that it sure as heck looks like we should be able to win this war without too much issue. I'd like to take this guy and try pushing down this way to get across the river real quick, so we can bring all of our forces to bear and start crushing them, proper hammer and anvil style, but we'll see. Maybe I use the power armor to do the same thing and then come up over to Sulphur Town. Maybe. Looks like we are beating the snot out of these guys. They got nothing! They got 0 chances. We're gonna grab this war goal right here. There you go. I got the town. We've already crossed the river. Everyone's gonna go get them. Can you guys just possibly, like, walk right up into Paris and say screw the rest of it? Because that's all that matters. Literally, if you guys can just get into Paris with these units, we'll win the war, and that'll be super quick. I love it. All right, so we finished with our bomb gliders, which I can't produce yet, but having a bit of extra strategic bombing close air support is certainly nice. It looks like a lot of the air tree actually got reworked, unless I'm crazy. That's kind of what it feels like, though, right? Let's see. We are already working on the resistors. We should probably start working on the extra recruitable population and stuff, or just outright factories. Yeah, production efficiency cap and stuff, sure. We're slightly ahead of time, but I don't mind. And we finished that, and concentration of force. I shall eat all of Assassin City. It's mine! Thank you. That's a little bit of extra factories for me. The rest of you guys are going to come down over here, and we're going to get ready for another little war against these Carthaginians and see if we can take something over there. There we go. This is looking solid. All right, this is what I wanted to see. Good expansion options. Let's see, we can go for rapid deployment. Infantry get extra breakthrough and speed, but we have slower training time. Honestly, worth it, and happy to spend some of that gross amount of army experience we've been gaining at this stage of the game in order to get that a little bit faster. Happy, happy, happy with that. We can aid in the unity of Austin again. At this point, with the warband being what it is, I mean, we're the leaders by default of a pretty useless Texan economic union. Maybe I don't really care. I don't think I really care. Let them die. Doesn't matter to me. All right, troops are getting in position. We have the Carthaginian question about to pop up. There it is, done. Thank you. All right, with that out of the way, so we have not been betrayed, and I can't do this. So we still have no options on the left-hand tree. Not as of yet. And I can't do any of these either. Wait, yes I can. I need more army experience. I just spent some. Ah, darn it. We could have gotten rid of the torn leadership. Well, we can still work toward this. That's fine. Let's just not spend any more army experience. In the meantime, though, Desperados or the Gator Maws? Question, what do we think is better? As far as factories, which is really all that matters, 2 to 4 and then 4 to 8, or 3 to 5. Okay, so the Desperados are a better target for me. We're going to start getting some claims going against them. My troops should be about in position. Let's let some organization generate a little bit, and then we can go to war. They're pretty darn weak. It doesn't look like they have much on their front line, like, at all. We should be able to absolutely squeeze them. All right, good enough for me. This is fine. Let's go ahead and take our claimed state and call in our allies and go. Doinkus, doinkus. Everyone push. You guys get up over here. You guys get up over here. Except for half of you, which are going to go up this way instead. And the rest of you guys just fight. Except for you, you go along this way and grab the capital real quick. Because it looks like this is undefended at the moment. So we might as well make use of the fact that we actually have fast units in the form of motorized. Power armor. All of you guys attack over here. Extra lawbringers or whatever. Go ahead and go over there as well. Alright, so this should be a really easy war for me. It doesn't look like they have much of anything. Kinda sad, honestly. Except that it's not, and I'm kind of happy about it. I don't know. There you go. Stonks? What? We aren't quite sure what an index fund is, or if they even exist. Against advice from our esteemed advisor, Jeremy, this investment has done great in growing the wealth of our nation. Stonks, ladies and gentlemen, stonks. Bull, or maybe bear, gain 150,000 bottle caps. Okay. No, that seems OP as hell. Stonks indeed. So let's see. Political bribes. Me. Lift tax on luxury goods for construction speed. We have lower caps income, but there we go. New citizen care package. Good for resistance. Eh. We can tax puppets for a lot of money. Good to know. Lifting taxes on luxury goods doesn't seem half bad. I don't care about 60 days of resistance target, but a year of faster construction speed. Honestly, probably worth. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and lift a tax on the luxury goods for a year and just enjoy a bit of a construction speed boost. It's worth it. I mean, what else am I going to do with those bottle caps right now? Stonks and frickin' deed, dude. Stonks and frickin' deed. You guys come down here and we'll attack them from a separate angle so we can have a bit of a surrounding penalty going on against them. There we go. So with all of you all pushing together, we should be able to win this now, right? We say that, and yet the... Oh, it looks like the combat width is only 50 here. Yeah, in Old World Blues, it is often the case that going for 10 combat width units is the smarter play. Often the case. Let's go ahead and start seizing some factories and stuff, and also cut off people while we are able to. One of you guys go over here instead. There we go. Okay, Lannius' cohort is attacking the Archdiocese of Santa Fe. These guys, I'm guessing. Okay, hello. Archbishop Robert Dager. That's interesting. Yeah, Lannius is starting to look scary, guys. It's starting to look scary. What kind of intelligence are we looking at here? You are not as strong as me, but you're surrounded by a lot of weak people, and that makes life easier. Good lord, why are we still not done with this? Hang on, one of you guys go over here, and then we'll attack from this direction. We'll get them properly surrounded, like well and truly, literally surrounded. How's that? We have a few more infantry we'll send over this direction. There we go. Looking pretty good. Can you guys just kill this guy? Looks like we have Los Ejército Mexicano is declaring war on the Pursuant Lodge. Okay. 94, 95. Yeah, these guys have 0 supplies at this point. They're all getting cut off from each other, so this should be pretty easy. Let's get you forward a little bit. We're having to fight these guys the old-fashioned way, but I don't mind. We got time. Well, I take it back. We got a few hours before I can go to war again. Could go for some military high command. Artillery, I don't think so. Division attrition is very tempting. Can't do the Circle of Steel. Could go for the Ghoul Ranger. Resistance target, damage to garrisons, Daling compliance. You know, that's not bad. It really isn't. You know what? Just because we're going to have resistance issues now that I'm conquering things, let's go ahead and do it. There we go. We got occupied territories, and we're going to start gaining compliance a little faster. Desperados, no more. Of Gators and Maws? Sure, we could do that. Or we could go for the hard road or the long road. So there's 3 options here to try and get rid of our really bad Torn Leadership modifier. And we do want to get rid of that. We could say the Alamo is right, but only if we have been betrayed. And we can say, let's go back to our roots. So that's fun. Or the long road is 360 days of less experience gain and organization. Or the hard road is no army experience gain and even more division organization loss, but it's only 60 days. I think I'll go for the faster option at this point. It's going to take me a little time to do this. We have 30 days basically to wrap up any more wars. So the Carthaginians are mine. We'll go ahead and take all your states. Now, Desperados. We need to set up over here. All of you here. All of you here. Set up primarily to go to their capital, and you guys push in hard the other direction. Again, mostly going to their capital. So let's see how fast we can set this up. But at least the Texan Brotherhood's starting to look a little bit bigger and better. This is nice. Not only do we have a lot of factories, and it's going to be a problem until we have compliance gain to go up. But once compliance gain goes up and stuff, we'll be fine. I may want to set these guys over to militia. We don't have any militia currently, but they have a suppression value of 8. Well, I say that. The Light Patrol have a suppression value of 24. 24 for 200 manpower. Or 8 for 100. Oh, wow. Okay, no, the Light Patrols are better. Dude, these, like, gunslinger units are great. Freaking heck, dude, I like them. I like them a lot. Alright, great. So the units are getting in position, slowly but surely. These guys do have a lot more units to go with, it looks like. So we might struggle a bit more against them than before, but it can't be more than 13 units, and I have enough to be fine. So, let's get the rest of these units in position, and then we have to go. Remember, we have 20 days left before we're going to suffer a major organization penalty. So, let's go ahead and start this combat now. Some of you guys can stop. Yeah, you guys do that. You guys do this. There you go. We'll try going across the river and find out whichever is the weak link. He may have numbers, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter too much. We should be able to push into this pretty aggressively. I want all of you to basically combine your efforts and go there. I want all of you to combine your efforts and push through to here. Ultimately, that's what matters. But we'll see what ends up happening. Right now, they're mostly just entrenching fairly well. Looks like we are able to push through. Let's see if we can use these guys to just get into Shreveport real quick. Some of you guys actually go down this way. And let's see if we can assist to make sure we cross the river and just flood across as quickly as we can. The goal is to finish this war in the next 2 weeks, which we might be able to do. It sure looks like we should be able to do. This is currently undefended, so we'll be able to get up to Texarkana. We are almost done pressing through here. There we go, sitting at 98, 99. Okay, fast units are now spreading out. Come on. A little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, I don't know if we're going to make it in time. We got 7 days left. Well, wait. I take that back. If we can actually win this fight quickly. Here, you guys actually go over here. I want him to run out of organization super fast. Let's see if we can help with this. No, they got into the capital. We're about to take a massive organization penalty, I think. Yeah, that's going to hurt. But I'm assuming with raw numbers, we're still going to be fine. How have you guys still held together? That shocks me. Okay, one of you guys get up over here. We're going to cut these guys off. Okay, the Desert Rangers declare war on the Vipers. There's the hard road. Our organization's about to plummet. It may or may not matter, but it is. Alright, so what do we want to do next? So we can combat our deficits. Replace provisions for protection for funding the army. Yes! Thank God! Consumer goods reduced, and we can start having proper factory output and so on. Yes, 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 yes! I need that military strength. I need it bad, dude. Alright, so we are sort of closing the gap on these guys. It's just, oh God. They don't have great stats, but we don't have good organization anymore. So, I mean, yeah. We're struggling here a little bit. How are we looking over here? Pretty much at a stalemate. Your organization is going down, so we're getting ya. There we go, there we go, there we go. And resistor tech, so we can finally get a little bit more research speed. Still minus 6%. It's not going to improve really anytime soon. Let's go for the factory output. More equipment is good. We actually have a reasonable amount of manpower at this stage of the game, considering our situation. I'm happy with that. And we're about to get in there. There's Shreveport, and we are about to be done. There we go. Desperados are dead. I'm going to take all your states next, and done. Thank you up. Okay, that's done. Next. I don't know. Gator Maws? I think Gator Maws. Go here with you. We'll go over meow with you. There we go. Up to Alexandria. I mean, these are guys we're going to be able to get claims on next, but it's going to be a little while. We have a second to actually kind of reorganize ourselves. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I do still want to do more unit tactics. So we'll do that. Aid Unity of Austin. We can still help them. It looks like they're going to win, and they're still technically a part of my faction. So I guess it works out for me if these guys still win. Unless I wanted to conquer them. I don't know. We can always just kick them from the faction. I'm assuming I'm the faction leader at this point. Username player. Never really understood that. Okay, we need to trade for some water. And I'm hoping the Scrappers Compact is okay with that. Hand Warband. Control of I-20, so they get lots of research speed. Control of I-20. If I conquer them, do I get something? Maybe. Followers of the Apocalypse rejected. Oh, they got that event with, like, the religious people. Right. So, combat our deficits is going to be a huge boost for me. I'm going to be able to find... Not only are we going to get factories back from getting our consumer goods down a reasonable amount, we're going to get, like, a 25% boost. Like, we're about to see ourselves get a huge power spike. Huge power spike. And that will lead to all systems ready, which adds in a new technology, deputy training, which I am assuming is going to be something like this. Deputy training? No, that's scientific. Scientific. Maybe not. What is deputy training? We're considered to be tribal? I don't like that. Deputy training, right there. Make our law keepers better. Yes. Our law keepers are great. I really don't think we're going to end up being a power armor nation, weirdly enough. I think we're going to go hard on law keepers. They seem legit at this point. I'm super duper thrilled with all of that. Alright. Combat our deficits is done. Let's go ahead and grab this new technology. Then we'll focus on some more conquest. But now... we have 16 civilian factories we're working toward. We build so much faster than before. Yeah, alright. Production's about to ramp up like crazy. Let's go for the extra monthly population and recruitable population so we can keep up with the production and our population up over here. How are we doing with things like resistance? We should be okay-ish. What are we doing as far as caravan guards? Okay. If we went for sporadic outposts, we would be able to get faster no, we would not. If we were willing to... there we go. really start working on... If we were willing to spend a lot of extra resources and garrisons, we could grant a lot more compliance. I'm willing to do it. Honestly, right now we have enough equipment and we have enough population that we can really do this. The biggest issue I see is actually the damage to the... Oh, no, don't do that. Is actually the damage to garrisons. That hurts. Actually, I think extensive patrols might be better. Because Wasteland Pacification... Okay, so it's diminishing returns. We start taking a lot of extra damage to our people. But we start getting a lot of compliance gain. This halves how much garrison damage we take, but it still does not have how much compliance we get. So actually, extensive patrols are fine. Maybe road patrols, even. But then we're taking 25% less damage to garrisons in order to save 0.05. I think extensive patrols are probably okay for me right now. If we can get that compliance up high enough, we'll have less garrisons ultimately required, which is going to be fine for me. Wasteland Heroes right here. Required garrison goes down, recruitable population goes up. I want to start working toward getting those factories. The factories are key for me. Economic Advisor. What do we want? War Industrialist for the military construction speed. Now we're actually at a point where I'm going to start constructing military factories, so I think that works well for me. We've built up all the civilian factories I asked for. We have 0 consumer goods factories. Whoa, that's unexpected. All right, I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, gimme. That's great. All right, cool. Washington Brotherhood declaring more people. Mojave territories, I think, are attacking the chapter. Yeah, they're going after the chapter down over here. All right. That's good to know from my end, just because if I do play as the Mojave chapter someday, I like to know how early they're going to get attacked. And Mexico is still having fun playing as Mexico. Look at you. You look great. That's a beautiful headdress. I approve, sir. Justify war goal against my former guys. Would take a fair bit of political capital. We're very, very, very bad at justifying our own war goals, which I find highly unfortunate. We're going to need to have some sort of a national focus. I assume that helps fix that. We did get rid of torn leadership just now. So that's done. Thank God. Okay. So no longer do we have any of the loss of organization. That only was 60 days. That's really not that bad. And now deputy training tech is available for me. We can go back over here. Desperados for law. Get extra resources. Or we go for the Gators. Approach the patrolman. Brotherhood consolidation. Sheriff training. I think I'll go for the Gators. Still seems reasonably good just to go ahead and conquer as many people as possible. We have the manpower and the equipment, so we're okay. Hello, who are you? Sobek the Powerful. Okay, how strong are you? Yeah, you're very powerful. Very powerful jungles indeed. Oh my god. By the way, we're like... There's like a new religious nation somewhere. Where is that? Do we see it anywhere? Trying to find it. There was a new nation. It was Twin Mothers. Yes, these guys. Twin Mothers was added. First off, awesome graphic right here. Diana becomes like an AI or something. She gets into the mainframe and becomes like a new super goddess kind of a figure. So these guys look kind of fun too. They're terraformers, it looks like, primarily. Ooh, okay. So Mother Gaia returns. Fun. Well, either way. So we're having some fun with the Texas Brotherhood. I do think it was the right choice to get away from the Alamo chapter, so I hope you guys are okay with that. We're going to conquer up the Gator Maws. Then I'll need to go ahead and solidify more control of Texas proper. Remember, the big threat to us is ultimately going to end up being either Santa Ana down to the south, or Caesar's Legion / Lannius' cohort to the west. And we need to be prepared to deal with them. So that's going to take me some time. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and see what it is.